Well, we're back in the hotel. It's 10 o'clock now. The day started with JD and I having breakfast shortly after 7 o'clock, and it included pushing a van that was stuck in a fairly strong current out of the mud. It included about a 2-mile hike to some incredible whitewater rapids, and it included getting soaking wet multiple times. JD at one point with my camera held up in the air up to his neck in water. Better JD at that point than me because my head would have been under the water. As always on days like today, we learn a lot of hard lessons. We've got some great photos and we've got some great video to go with it. But every time we do an assignment like this, it's a balance between getting that last shot and pushing ourselves too far. We're really tired, as you can imagine at this point. We've been on the road for almost 3 straight days, even though we had about 6 or 7 hours of sleep last night. It's still been tough. And when you add to that coming from a 39-degree weather in North Carolina to 85-degree weather here, a 4-mile round trip hike up to the rapids and back, plus all the other things, it can be quite exhausting. We're also taking special care to make absolutely sure that whatever lessons we learn this time, we're going to implement next time. For example, I was standing on some rocks today that were very mossy and ended up slipping down. Normally, my camera is in a position where it can't go down, but it did. It actually bounced off the rock, and I went down straight on my back. I'm sore now. I'm going to be a lot more sore tomorrow. Lesson learned, I should have had my holster from the think tank with me, but given the amount of space I had, I elected not to bring it this time. That could have been a potentially fatal mistake. One of the reasons we always travel in teams of 2 inside Night Falcon is specifically to prevent things like that from happening. Had I been here alone and my camera gone down and I gone down, there would have been a possibility that the rest of our assignment would have been left undone. Well, JD was here and JD has a camera, so in a worst case scenario, if my camera had been damaged beyond repair, we would have been able to continue to successfully complete this assignment. Tomorrow looks like another long day. We're going to have breakfast at about 7:15. At 8 o'clock, we're going to be out on a boat, and we're going to spend 4 hours shooting in a lagoon and shooting out by a coral reef. More water, more potential for our gear to be damaged, more reasons to be careful. We're going to take a lunch break, and then we're going to spend the rest of the day shooting in downtown Trujillo, which will be both interesting and challenging. It is, as you'll see, a very rundown city. There are some things that are very beautiful about it, but in terms of being third world, it's very third world. So it'll be interesting to see how we manage the models who arrived late today with non-professional models who will be working with us tomorrow as well, in essentially a very rundown third world city. A lot of challenges that we'll be dealing with again tomorrow. And tomorrow promises to be a very long day as well. I'll be very surprised if we're working anything less than a 14-hour day. There's also a possibility that we may have to stay here 2 additional days and go back to North Carolina on Monday. That'll take a lot of planning as well, since it'll add to the amount of work we're going to have to complete. But I think overall, given everything that could have happened today and could have gone wrong, got some incredible photography. And I think the video of the bunch of us pushing the van out of the stream is going to be quite hilarious at best. And yes, I had to wash my pants in the sink because I got so covered from mud that was thrown up on my body from the wheel of the car that even going into the creek couldn't erase it all. Anyway, time for us to get some rest, download the video camera, download the photographs from today, make sure all of our batteries are charged. They'll be born tomorrow. Good night.